All right, I'm back again, guys. Hello, it's Brian from Captain Savage Aquatics. Just doing a live stream, a fishy live stream, as the title says. Fortunately, I don't know why my cameras are working. Gary's Aquatics says, "Hey, Cappy, welcome back, Cappy. Hey, stop it! Enough! I'm gonna put you outside. Let you spend the next 2-3 hours there. What's up, Pet Exotics? How are you? Trying to figure out why these things aren't working. Turn this on. Settings. Come on, work camera. There. I'm gonna unplug that one. I'll leave this like this. Petzotic says, hello, how's everyone? Calypso's Reefing says, what's up, Captain? How you doing, Calypso? Welcome to the stream. Sorry about that. I was having technical difficulty on the other one. I had cameras and then they disappeared. So sorry about that. Now let's do this. And let's select that camera. Sounds good. Let's see. Is it doing anything? Nope. Flip it back on. Nothing. Nada. Zilch. Ugh. Gonna love damn cameras. Really getting tired of these friggin' cameras. Not deciding when they want to work, when they don't want to work. DPK Fish Aquarium says, hi, everyone. Almost went to bed and saw you live. Thank you, for Carlos, for coming in. Gary's Aquatics says, remember to smash that like button. Fish fam. Calypso Reefing says, just taking measurements to build a metal stand for my 14-gallon. That's cool. So let's go to settings. Let's change this to 920. Okay, that camera is on, but I don't know why it's being a pain in the neck. Done. Hang on, toolbox. Interesting. Well, this isn't good. Close that. I want to open up the cameraman. All right. No screen sharing yet. Chat. Melvin says, hi, Petzotics. DPK Fish Aquarium says, yeah, it might be the YouTube update today. Hello, everyone. Yeah, see, I'm doing the web-based browser, so I don't know. I may open up OBS and let that take over the stream, and then hopefully that'll do what I need it to do. There we go. Control room. Perfect. Let's do this. Take it off. Settings. See if I can't get one of the cameras to work at least. Queen says, hello, everyone. Phoenix Aquatic 411 Legacy said, hi, DPK. DPK Fish Aquarium says, same as Hangouts, had a new update today, too. Hi, Melvin and Island. So let me just do that. Molly's nuking me with her gaseous farts. Wow. You stink, Molly. All right. I'm going to leave it like that, so at least you can see Captain Savage Aquatics and go from there. So let's see. That might be the Service Hangouts. Hi, Melvin. DPK says, hi, Melvin and Island. Phoenix Aquatic, 411 Legacy says, hi, Darcy. Iron Queen says, hi, DPK, Melvin. Phoenix Aquatic 411 Legacy says, how you doing? I'm doing good. I just wish I could get the camera to freaking work. I'm really, really trying to do this. You have no idea how aggravating this is when it chooses not to work. So let me minimize these. I will be right back. DPK says, lava, lava, Molly. DPK says, Molly farts don't play. Phoenix Aquatic says, that's good, Captain Savage. Yeah, it's good, but going on with this shit. I might start the streaming from my damn laptop. At least that camera I know friggin' works. Fish Tropic says, Savage. Alan Queen says, I'm doing okay. Haven't been feeling well lately. I'm sorry about that. Well, let me actually put the link to the chat in here while I'm trying to work on here. Maybe someone can hop in the Google Hangout with me and at least show some tanks while I'm working on my end to get the cameras to work. See, it's all lit up, but it's like the picture's not transferring. You know, not the picture, but, you know, showing me. Woo! I'm up to 791 subs, almost getting very close to 800 subs. That's awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So do we have any takers? Google Hangouts with me. So I see no takers. That's okay. Go to the live control room, see if I can't get the camera to work in there. Probably not. Let's see. Alan Queen says, let's see. DPK says, hi, Tropic. Alan Queen says, hi, Jason. Hi, Fish Tropics. DPK says, get well soon, Island. Melvin says, I hope you feel better soon. Thanks, guys. Taker, taker. The camera is enabled because the blue light's on it. Like, the camera on the right has a red circle that shows up. And then I got two, like, kind of parentheses, if you want, or parentheses around my main camera. So I don't know what's going on. Let me go into settings, put it to 920, save that, and let's turn that on, turn that off. Fish Tropics says Cam's not on. You're welcome anytime, Island. Fish Tropics says DPK Island Mel Lurkers saying hi. So I don't understand what's going on with this. This is annoying. It was working on my very first live stream, and then I just clicked over here to the actual screen, and it is not working, which is fucking ridiculous. I need a fish tank tour live. Well, then I would have to start a whole new live stream, Jason, with my thing. DPK Fish Aquarium says, I would, but didn't want to wake the kiddo. He has to sing at a concert tomorrow for school early. Ah, I see. So, I mean, I could stop this live stream and start it up on my phone, but kind of counterproductive. I kind of want to use the cameras on my computer, you know? But maybe I can join my own Google Hangout with this and the stream from my phone. Hold on. Hangouts. Why am I doing that? Okay, let me just go to YouTube on my phone, and I'll open up the thing, and I'll add the link to the chat again. Copy. This is part already? Yeah, it's a part because the first one, the camera went out, and I tried to do other stuff. Let me do this. Camera went out, and I tried to do other stuff. Let me do this. Camera went out, and I tried to. There we go. There's two. Well, sorry. There. Now I'll just keep it clicked on me and go from there. Spin the camera around. Okay, so you guys want a fish room tour. There you go. I shut off the mic and stuff like that on my end. So let me start with the 75. Molly will be joining us shortly, I'm sure. So I just fed these tanks, so there's some food going around. There we go. So let's see. Can I zoom in? Nope, can't zoom in on this. So this tank's doing quite well. Looks like they moved the big plant here earlier. So here's the tank, guys. I topped this water off last, or actually no, earlier today. So yeah, I mean the Bosemani rainbows are doing great. The Bala sharks, the yo-yos, convicts, super red plecos. There's an albino right there. Chocolate pleco. Then you got the regular, not Bosemani, but can't remember what those are called. Australian rainbows. And get the other chocolate plecos, some rubber lips in here. Got the koi. Got the glow light tetras in here. That one big looks like common pleco that my parents got, or a high fin pleco. Sorry, don't like to smack my dog, but I don't like her at my 75-gallon tank. So you stay there. So everything's going great with this tank so far. Once I move some things around, all these convicts are coming out of this tank. and that should make this pretty calm tank at that point. Then I'll probably see the little super red plecos venturing out. I know I have super red plecos in here, babies and juvies, more babies in that one. The male's fanning that. Then you got one of the super red females there. There's one of the big males right there on the right side. Then there's a smaller female there. So, I mean, that's that tank. Now, guys, I can't see the chat, so if you're typing stuff, I'm sorry. I'll have to wait till I get back to my computer to see the chat since I'm on the Google Hangout. Let's see what else is going on. So that's a quick tour of this tank. Like to get some more nice plants in here and get this really well planted. Looks like I got picked up a rabbit snail or a trumpet snail somehow. I'm surprised the yo-yos haven't eaten it yet because they do love snails. I gotta get this Anubias back down here where there's other ones that's chilling in the soil. I get this used to be over here blocking this cave. Let me see if I can't see in this and see if this male's fanning any eggs. And of course, with Molly's spittle, it's kind of hard to see in there. There's a male blocking the entrance to that. I know there's about 30 super red fly in there, definitely. Then you got these little panda cory cats. There's 3 of them in here. So, yeah, that's what's going on. Then I got some male guppies and a couple female guppies. I got to pull the females out. Then you got this tote that I really can't show much in. Then we have this tank. Like I said, I fed all these tanks earlier when I first came home. So, and I don't need to hear myself chat in my own speaker, so I'll shut that off. Then we got the snail breeding tank, which I just took about 50 snails out of here and gave it to the Fahaka puffer. I might have overfed this tank a little bit, but the 6 to 10 high fin plecos will finish all that stuff off real quick and easy. And I got this little 18-gallon tote with fancy guppies in it, breeding like crazy. I know there's cherry red shrimp in here, snowball shrimp, blue velvet shrimp. Then we got this one. It's got a bunch of big cherry red shrimp in there, pregnant and all that. Get the fancy guppy tank with shrimp in this tank. Same with this. Don't mind me, I got to get that female out. I've been trying to get her out for the last 2 days, but it's a pain in the butt because when I get near her, she runs. She starts swimming straight again. But let me see. Come here. Yeah, let me grab another snail for my Fahaka puffer. The Africans are doing great. Here's another guppy tank with cherry red shrimp in here. I have Naha grass in here. I have a lot of Java moss, I have Christmas moss, flame moss, obviously duckweed for days. And let's give this snail not even a fighting chance with that puffer. Believe it or not, you can hear him crunching the shell. You might not hear it on the phone, but that one's gone. And another one bites the dust, and another one bites the dust. So there's the big butterbean of the Fahaka puffer. As you can see, he's probably 4 or 5 inches in length, maybe 6. But he's a fatty. He's probably 2.5 inches round now. Sorry for this front glass not being cleaned. I did actually have stuff near this. So you can see all the dead carcasses from the snails I put in here. I mean, snail carcasses are everywhere in here. Then we got the 2 lonely female pregnant guppies in here. There is a lot of fry swimming around in here. They just typically chill in the duckweed and stuff like that away from the puffer. Otherwise, they become a tasty morsel. And the puffer's been digging today because that hole's a lot bigger. I'll come home at night when I turn the light, and he'll be covered in sand all over him. Yes. You want my finger? Come get it. Come get my finger. Come get it. No, I'm not letting you bite me. I'm good with that. So like I said, I topped off all the tanks, furred them all. So that's going good. This plant's finally slowly transferring over to water. That's just the clipping from that. I gotta clean this sponge again because this puffer's been digging so much lately that the sand's just getting right stuck to that fine sponge filter. But it seems to be running all right. So that was just a real quick, brief tour. I have a few more tanks to set up for obvious reasons. Let me grab my my thingamajiggy. Let's see, where is it? There it is. Gotta grab my little small tripod so I can set you guys up. Sorry for all the shakiness. If you guys are getting sick, I'm sorry. Let's go here. Let's flip that back around. Give me 1 minute. I'm going to go grab my actual external mic. There we go. Let me see. Cute puffer. Yeah, it's cute, but a pig, like all puffers are. Don't mind me. I just got to move this so I can see the chat easier. Anyone feel free to join this stream or the Google Hangout. Just put that there. Plug this in. Sorry for the large annoying hand in the way. Is that a rack? Yeah. Boneyard Q Puffer. Hashtag Sparta. So let's see. Live. Hashtag snack is facts. Let's see. Goldfish, yeah. Haha, chunky. Yep. Let's see. DPK Fish Aquarium says, you think the connections for the cam or software is corrupted? Possibly. Otherwise, I might need to do another update to the software, which I could actually check real quick. I'll check my drivers. I got a paid program that updates all my drivers, so it may need another security update. So scan that. Don't mind me. I'm just trying to get this like perfect so it doesn't look like I'm sitting at an angle. Yeah, last update was 3 days ago. What's out? Game support. I guess update that. Everything was good. All of my drivers and everything. Oh, looked like a little bit of lag there. Sorry about that, guys. So that's installing. So let me bring up the menu again. Let's do this. Let me make sure I close Amazon out. And I'm just going to throw this over here and move Hangouts to there. That way I can read the damn chat. Software dryers, hashtag Miller time. Activate Windows, haha, Captain. Yeah, right. Okay, I'm back. If anyone doesn't mind sharing the stream, I greatly appreciate it. I haven't had the chance to share this. Who here watches Star Trek Discovery? I want to watch it. I just got to update my Hulu account. Or or Hulu, and I'll be able to do it. So let's go here. The last live stream, believe it or not, guys, I got 50 hours of streaming time on that one. It was quite, I loved it. Let's put it that way. So let's see. Playlists. All my videos, create a card. And if you guys don't mind, help me out. I mean, I know I'm slowly creeping up towards 1,000. If you don't mind watching some of my videos, like I have all my videos and any new sorry, I gotta look at there. Any new things, videos and stuff automatically get added to that list. So let's see. Create another card, playlist. Let's do create the card. Let's do a link to my website. Next. And I got to go back to Get Gills. Change that image because I hate it. Let's see. Let's do that one. Open. Great card. I don't care. Visit my website. Visit my website. Please. And thank you. Great card. You guys like to show support? You can think about, not that I need, like I'm asking for money or donations or anything, but if you ever want to support the channel, think about hitting up Patreon and dropping $1 for a month or $1 at one time, or you can donate to the PayPal. It'll help keep fish food and me getting new gear and new tanks, better fish, stuff like that. Fun stuff. Let me add another card. So let's see. Let's promote. Copy. Paste. Let's see. Oh, excuse me. I don't know. Back to the live control room. Sorry, guys. I was just doing something else. Almost time for an adult beverage. Before I forget, let me plug my phone in so the battery doesn't completely die on me while I'm doing this, because that would suck. Nope. Wait, let's put that there and put that over there. Works. Rip Van Winkle says, good afternoon. How are you, Captain? Good and yourself? Rip Van Winkle says, Tropic Queen DPK. Fish Tropic says, Captain, here you go. For watch series, yep. Or you can check out the Patreon at Captain Savage Aqua. Thanks. Rip. Hey, you. Hey, yo. Let me grab the link for the chat or for Google Hangouts if anyone's interested in joining. I understand if you can't, it's not a requirement. It'd be kind of cool to have someone else to talk to. Excuse me. Don't mind me. I'm just spamming chat. I don't know why. It's fun. Let's see. So we got 10 people watching right now. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the watch. You guys watching. Woohoo. 791 subs. That's awesome. Let's keep it up. Let's see if we can't get to 800 tonight before I die. Alan Queen says, hi, Rip. Rip Winkle says, what are y'all streaming about? Laugh out loud. I'm doing a fish keeping like type live stream. No particular topic tonight. I was going to do a topic. I did one last night or 2 nights ago. I guess it could be about a tour, but if Rip Van Winkle, since you just joined, if you want to scroll back, the DVR is on. It can go up to 4 hours back. So you can see where I did a quick tour of the tanks and watch it from that point. Excuse me. Fish Tropic says namtime is real where all the fish soldiers at before he dies. Laugh out loud, right? Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. We're up to 40 playbacks, so that means 40 people have watched so far. That's awesome. Thank you, thank you. See if we can double that or triple that. That'd be awesome. Let's see. Six concurrent viewers and 6 chat rate. Let's see. DPK Fish Aquarium says, sorry, on the toilet, laugh out loud. Fish Tropic says, why did Captain go to the lake after her brothers teased her? The fish compliments, ha ha ha. Rip Van Winkle says, TMI, smile. Fish Tropic says, laugh out loud, right? So, like I said, Rip, this is kind of a fishy live stream. Helps me de-stress from my long day at work. I did 13 hours or something like that today, so definitely a good day. So yeah, it's been fun. Let me just do a quick pop-out chat because I really don't need this open. Let me do that. Let me put the pop-out chat here. And let me do this. And this. And pop-out. Let's put it on this screen. Rip Van Winkle says, I hear you, man. Fish Tropic says, what's the best way to catch a fish? I don't know. Catch it with the net or something like that. Rip Van Winkle says, I work from home, so I'm busy also. That's fine, Rip. I appreciate you just being here. You and the channel is more than enough support. Rip Van Winkle says, Fish Tropic, climb a tree and act like a nut. Yeah, that's funny. Fish Tropic says, I have someone throw it at you. Oops, wrong joke. Rip Van Winkle says, yep. No, I like that joke. That's funny. Definitely funny. So, yeah. It looks like the stream's holding up fairly well. Not really buffering all that much. It looks like. So let me put that back there. DPK Fish Aquarium says fish distressing therapy 101 show with Cappy and friends. Good title. I like the title. I'm going to steal it. Thank you. Thank you. Come again. Let me go back to manage. Let me go to info and settings, and I will change the fishy live stream part 2 very shortly. Rip Van Winkle says that was how to catch a squirrel. Yeah, true. That's what I figured. Let's see. VPK Fish Aquarium says, laugh out loud. I gotta go make a thumbnail for that. Be right back. 54 Punchy says, woo, I thought my sense of humor was failing. Fish Tropic says, Captain and Scooby Doo late night laugh out loud. Island Queen says, hi, Pam. Rep Van Winkle says, grin. 54 Punchy says, hi, Island Queen. Fish Tropic says, 54. 54 Punchy says, hi, Fish Tropic. Yep. Fish distressing. Friends, let me put a little. Let's do that. Let's know. Save that. Save changes. Let's see. Queen says, nice logo, Pam. 54 Punchy says, thanks. I have stickers. Oh, yeah, that's what I meant to say is I found the envelope that Jaderin Aquatics sent me. I have some stickers, folks. So, yeah. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I think I got about 10 or 15 of them, which is cool. So, yeah. Very interesting. See how to. Sort those, remove duplicates, apply and close. 54 Punchy says, laugh aloud. My daughter made the logo for me. That's cool. Fish Tropic says, what is dry on the outside, filled with water, and blows up buildings? Hey, Fish Tank, please hit that like and go savage on that thumbs up. Island Queen says, oh, I want some stickers, Captain. Nice. Send one. Yep. I'll definitely be sending them out. Maybe I'll do it every time I do a live stream or something. I'll have a couple different people. Rip Van Winkle join the Google Hangouts. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate that. Now I'm going to have to turn on the speaker and hopefully I don't get an echo. Actually, I know how I could stop the echo. Why don't I just do this and plug it in the speaker? And you guys are probably hearing an echo, echo, echo. Let's see. Okay. Much better. How you doing, Rip? Okay. Cricket? Rip, you here? Let's see. Fish Tropic says, I like collecting British stickers. Laugh out loud, I put them on my sticker book. Ha ha ha. Woof. Laugh out loud. 54 Punch says, I sent out 21 stickers today. Alan Queen says, oh man, I need a fish fam sticker too, a sticker book. 54 Punchy says, that is a good idea, Alan Queen. Yep, definitely sounds like a good idea to me. Let's go here. At least the mic quality sounds pretty good. Now, guys, just let me know if in the chat if you hear an echo. Sorry, you can hear everything because my mic is sensitive. Can't talk. Sensitive. Hardly any lag. Six watching right now. Awesome. I appreciate all the support. I'm just going to share this live stream to a lot of people real quick. Fish Tropic says, what's a trout's main job? To keep his daughter off the pole. Don't forget to hit up Captain Savage Cabbage on Patreon. Rip Van Winkle says, okay, can you guys hear me? I can't hear you at all, Rip, says 50 or Punchy. I would go into your sound settings and check your mic. Make sure it's turned on. Seven watcher now. Rip Van Winkle says, 6% battery. Yep, good. That's on the vibrate. So the notifications, if I get any, shouldn't sound too loud. I guess you still can't hear me. Nope. Let me make sure I didn't accidentally mute you. Mute. No. I'm going to turn you up a little, Rip. Rip Van Winkle said no one answering. 54 Punchy says nope. Check 1, 2. They can't hear you still, Rip. See this drop. Okay, let's see. I want to grab this. Copy. Paste. Close that. Welcome back, Rip. AL says hello. Hello to you. There we go. Miguel Brooklyn Aquarius says hello, everyone. Welcome, Miguel. Well, AL or Al. $54 Punchy says hi, Miguel. AL says hey, Punchy. Let's see. Put that down. Aquarium monsters, squat up. Say what's up real quick. Moving tanks around, mess everywhere. Smash the like button. Thanks, E-Money. I appreciate it. Miguel Brooklyn Aquarius says hello, Punchy. 54 Punchy says hey, Aquarium monsters. Rip Van Winkle says hi, E. Rip Van Winkle says technical difficulties here. That's fine. Stay in the channel. Just keep checking your setting for your mics and make sure another program's not using it currently. Well, E-Money, when you have a chance, feel free to hop in. Al says, what's your favorite fish in your fish room, Captain? That would be a toss-up. I like Mobber, which is a tiger Oscar. Oh, there we go. Rip can hear you now.
Yeah, I know what was wrong.
Oh, okay.
It was a problem on my end. I need to reboot my PC because the Bluetooth driver stopped working before. So anyway, no big deal.
Okay.
Fixed it manually.
Nice. So, Al, like I said, the tiger Oscar is my favorite fish. And then probably right after that is Bartabine, my Fahucker. Puffers. You gotta love them. Rip, it seems like you're outside or you have a fan blowing on you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. What can I do? The mic is on the PC. Give me a second. You know what? Give me a second. I'll be right back.
Okay. You can just mute yourself in here too. Let's. Miguel Brooklyn Aquarius says, hello, Rip. 54 Punchy says, yeah, Rip. Fish Tropic says, squat up. Hashtag Sparta. Woot, woot. Oh. Sorry for the yawns. Been a long day, but actually a long week. One more day of work and then 2 days off. For Sparta. All right, so let's see. Any updates in the fish room since I last talked to you guys 2 days ago. The pearl weed is taking off in the 22 Beaufort. It's starting to gain. Have some more super red fry. I have a lot more chocolate pleco fry. So that's good. Fish Tropic says, don't smart if you don't say it if you're not going to say it with an intention. Sparta! Good enough? AL says, nice freshwater puffers have gone popular in the last few years. Fish Tropic says, say no. Hashtag Sparta! AL says, or maybe I'm just noticing them more. AL says, you got to say it and kick something over. Fish Tropic says, get your savage gear here at Teespring to come. Cabbage Savage Aquatic. Fish Tropic says, that's kind of better. Kind of. Let me just remove that wrench from your name real quick, Jason. Molly's ready when you say, please, Sparta! Miss Molly Dolly. She must be passed out. Get the door. Fish Tropic says, laugh out loud. Oh boy, oh boy. Laugh out loud. She just laid down. Yep. She's like, fuck you, punk bitch. Oops. Oh, this is going to probably get flagged because it won't be family friendly. And, well, fuck that shit. Fish Tropic says, dude, we need a better view of the fish tanks. The tanks. What do you want me to do? I can't zoom in on Google Hangouts. Let me see. It's Miller time. It definitely is. Well, I'll wait till Rip comes in here, or maybe Jason will come in here and run this live stream for a few minutes while I go take a bio break and take Molly out because she keeps dropping bombs for days. So I think she has to drop a deuce and a half. Oh, yeah. New fishies to come. The Molly Dollies. Al says, what K-Town does? Join on his phone / iPad and points it at a tank. I could do that, but that's going to eat more bandwidth. I'm still fighting with my cable company. Talked to them. Sent the paperwork over for 6th time. They got it. They said you should be all set. And they said they would turn on turn on the internet here. But yeah, I tested it when I got home from work. No dice. Friggin' typical.
I'm back, but I could do it. So I'll just mute myself when I'm not talking.
That's fine. No big deal. It actually sounds like the blowing's a lot less. So, what do you have? A fan blown on you or something like that?
It's pretty hot here, so I need to cool my machine down. So I have a fan blowing on it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna be right back. I gotta take a bio break, take Molly out, and I'll be back in like at most 3 to 5 minutes. And here comes this Molly, because that always gets her off the bed when I said I'm going to take her out. Yep.
Wow, she understands you.
Go ahead.
It's a black lab?
Yeah, she's a black lip mixed with Shiloh Shepherd, which is like a type of German Shepherd. But the black lab wins out.
So she totally understands you.
Go ahead. Sorry, Rip.
It's okay. It's okay. Go ahead, man. I didn't think you. There seems to be a delay when from when I speak. So if I interrupt you, it's not intentional. It's just a delay.
Oh yeah, exactly. For Google Hangouts, it's like probably a 2 to 3 second delay, and then to YouTube, it's probably like a 20 to 25 second delay before they hear us. So
I'm talking about between me and you. Between me and you, there really should be a delay, but I've noticed that like on the stream there is one. So it's probably just bandwidth like between the two connections. Like,
well, YouTube has its own thing. So when I send it out, usually it's like somewhere between a 5 and 10 second delay at minimum. All right, I will be right back, Rip. And by the way, my first name's Brian. What's yours, Rip?
It's Rip.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure, so cool. All right, I will be right back.
Guess I'll hold this down. Do I have to read the chat?
No, you don't have to read the chat if you don't want to, but if you keep any type of fish tanks and you want to talk about them, introduce yourselves to the people in the stream, that's cool.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. This is acting real weird. Okay. Why can I not? Okay, there it is. If you guys want me to turn off, you guys in the chat, the fan is bothering you and you want me to turn off, you want me to mute myself, just let me know. Wow, I need to reboot my PC. That sucks. As soon as he comes back, I'm going to reboot it. And see that sucks. Refresh this. Okay, there it goes. So what are y'all talking about? Talk to me here. Don't let me sit here and let it rip. Bearski would. If I let one rip, I might not like it. Come on, people, talk to me. Help me out here. Help a brother out. Help poor old Rip out. Is the fan real bad? Embarrassing. It's like, I think it's like 95 degrees here. Not a cloud in the sky. Good. I can't switch the mic to my headphones because my headphones are just don't want to work right. I'm using the mic on the laptop, and the fan is right in front of the laptop, so no choice. Somebody jump in here and help me! Help! many fish tanks does Brian have? Thanks, Al. How you doing, buddy? One thing I hate about the hobby, I don't really hate anything about the hobby other than it's not really about the hobby, but it's about, well, I don't want to, you ask, put it that way. I just hate how fish are collected. I think that because I'm down here in the Philippines, I get to see how things are collected, and it's really horrible. Like that's the one thing I don't like. There's a lot of unnecessary death on the for reef fish, like ornamental fish collecting, because of just simply it is what it is. You know, it's the fish are located, in places where it's a third world countries. You know, it's basically poor countries, and they just collect with the means they have at their disposal, and the standards are very different from North America. So whatever dies, and so that's one thing I don't like. But other than that, I think it's an amazing hobby, and if you look at what's going on, both in saltwater and freshwater, especially with if you look at technology in terms of we've got these live streams and the Hangouts. So yeah, the freshwater breeding is I think that there's a lot of these fresh are readily breedable for hobbyists as compared to saltwater. We've only started breeding many species, and it's not on a hobbyist level. It's more on a commercial level. So yeah, saltwater's starting, but it's everybody can be, pretty much everybody can breed clownfish or seahorses. Something that I wanted to actually, to breed. I'm interested in doing a setup. If I move from this place, I'm probably going to move closer to a clean beach. And I guess you guys have heard me say that before, but if I move closer to a clean beach, I'm definitely gonna set up like a breeding, a breeding room, and have all my tanks there. It really depends. Well, I was always, just to answer Al's question first. It's not really a question, but I found that transition from the ocean and transition. I'm not really convinced. Not wanting to be confrontational, but I'm really convinced that tank raised are easier to get into. Easier. The survival rate is higher. I'm just not convinced of that, because if you look at the fish, it's just the way they're collected. That's the problem. When I collect my own fish, they always live. They never die, because I know I have the proper tools to get them back, to transport them. It's not done in bags. So that tells me that, let's say I don't collect my own fish. How do I get fish? Well, I go to the exporters. I don't even go to the local fish stores. I go to the exporters here, and the exporters triage the fish. The ones that are weak go to the local fish stores here, and the ones that are strong get exported. So they are really, really proficient at, the exporters are, really proficient at sorting the fish and knowing which is weak, and which is like relatively quickly. It's like done immediately. They just look at the fish and they know. They know more, like they're better than me. I can't even do that. So I think if you keep the fish strong, it will transport well. It will transport quite well, and it'll survive. I wonder if they're genetically stronger than tank raised, but just a few points that I'm pondering these days. I haven't really made my mind up, but and Bearsky, like I got into the hobby. Well, I pretty much always was in the hobby. I was a kid with an aquarium, so ever since I was a kid, like live bearers first, and then I was desperately trying to grow plants. So always in the hobby. He's muted. He doesn't know he's muted. Cappy, you're muted. I don't know if you can hear me. But yeah, always in the hobby. Like I pretty much, always had a tank. Like I maybe skip a year, and then when things are good, I got a tank again. So I was always in the hobby. Like before I left Canada, I took down my coral farm. So I got to the point where I actually had a coral farm. A small coral farm, not a huge one, like 2,000 gallons. Cap, I think you're muted, brother.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, okay, now you're good.
Cool. Yeah, so that's awesome that you had a coral farm. Not many people would say that. What's up, Bursky?
Yeah, I built. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying hi to Bursky or Bearsky.
Yeah, I started out with a small IT business, and then I was doing well in that, and so I rented out a commercial space, and then it was big enough to, like I first brought in a 6-foot tank,
Right.
like a 130, and then it just took out my feedback.
Sorry for the feedback.
Wow, that's crazy. Still muted. You're still muted. The aliens. You're still muted, Cappy. Good one, Bear. Yeah, so just one thing led to another. Like I happened on this huge sump, and then I was like, okay, you know what? Let me plumb another tank to it. So it just grew, you know, and I had 4 6-foot tanks and two 90s and 4 130s, and I sectioned everything off, and I was using metal halide on all. That was in 2011. So yeah, it just kind of grew. The way I started with the fish business is I actually started growing plants. So I started with live. You're muted, Cappy. I started with live plants, and I started actually giving live. Yeah, I can hear you now, Cappy. I started giving live plants to fish shops. So I go around, I go to fish shops. So like if I was on a job, because I was a field tech, so I was always on the road. So if I knew that I was going to be, you know, close to a local fish shop, I would drop by and I would introduce myself, introduce my website, and I tell them this is what I'm doing. I was very humble, and I told them like, you want to buy plants from me. I was selling all kinds of plants, freshwater plants, and I was culturing mysis shrimp, phytoplankton, rotifers, brine shrimp, and one more, but I can't remember right now. And so yeah, I was selling those to local fish stores, and when they wouldn't want to buy from me, the ones who didn't want to buy, I gave them samples, and that's how I made a lot of friends. And yeah. My main problem was I couldn't get free help. I couldn't afford to pay people, so it's complicated when you have an employee to pay. You're on a completely different level with your business. So I couldn't jump into that. I just couldn't afford to do that, and I would have had to incorporate, and I would have had to pay different kind of taxes for the business. It would have been more expensive to run the business, so I couldn't get free help, or couldn't get someone to get paid under the table. So until the business took off, and then I decided to move to the Philippines, so I shut everything down and I moved there.
Very nice.
Your question, Cap.
My question. Just give me a second. I'm trying to get my phone to let me turn on the Hangouts again, because I have timers set up. Play protect. What was the question? Bearsky Method said, Captain, how did you get in the hobby? I got in the hobby probably when I was between the ages of 8 and 10. And my dad got me a 10-gallon for Christmas. I think I had a beta, goldfish, some fancy guppies, something like that. So started with that. Took a break after a while, probably after about 6 months, because I was busy with sports and stuff like that. So after that, took a long break, probably till I was after the Marine Corps, and went back home, was living with my parents, going to school, and I got back into fish keeping then, and that was in probably 2004. And since then, it's just grown on me. Besides a few short breaks, When I moved up to New York, it was the longest break, probably like 2 years, maybe 3 before I got in back into the because I got my own apartment up here to be closer to my son. So yeah, now I'm up to 14 tanks currently and a bunch of fish.
What's your main fish? Like what's your what's your fish that you gravitate towards?
I don't know. I would say my top 2 fish are my Fahaka and the Tiger Oscar that I have. I have 3
So you
tigers,
like big
right?
fish.
I like
Monster
big fish,
fish.
but I also like small fish. You know, obviously I have MTS. It's a true problem. Sorry. I gotta figure this out because I'm hearing an echo where I can hear myself speak. So I gotta turn something off. Let me see.
Are you on a PC?
Yeah. Well, I'm through my phone because on my PC there's obviously a conflict going on with my 2 cameras that I normally stream with. So sorry if it sounds like I'm stuttering, but it's annoying
No,
with
you're not
hearing your
stuttering at
voice at
all.
the same. Well, normally I'm not like that. So people want to see the thing that DPK the thumbnail. So let me post that up.
Yeah, take your time. I remember ordering, like, I don't know if you guys know it, but, well, way back when, like, there was no such a thing as internet, even before the internet. So there was no way to get any kind of information other than go to the library, like on any kind of like saltwater or freshwater, you know. The only source of information would be like your local fish store at that time. And then, so what I did was when Tropical Fish Hobbyist came out, did you ever see that magazine?
Yes.
Yeah, I subscribed to Tropical Fish Hobbyist for years. Like, magazine was small. It was a small format before it became the normal size format for magazines. But it was like I think it was like 5.5 inches by 7 inches or something like that. And I used to read that from cover to cover. Like I used to go crazy for that. Like I'd be waiting for the issue to come in. Like I think it was once a month. Or
that makes sense.
I should look that up. Like when did Tropical Fish Hobbyist? Let me look that up. My computer's running slow.
Saving that as a thumbnail. Thanks, Carlos, for doing the thumbnail. Do you want a job doing all my thumbnails?
Who, me?
No, Carlos, DPK.
Okay. Did he do your thumbnail?
Yeah, he did the thumbnail. I showed it to the stream not too long ago.
It's awesome how you guys.
Back up.
It's awesome how you guys share, man. The freshwater community is a little different than the saltwater community.
Can you still hear me? Oh,
yeah, I can still hear you.
Close the stream by accident.
Did you? Let's see. Oops.
Come on, connect already.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Live
Whoops.
control room.
Let me see. I'm trying to go live with YouTube, and it's buffering. Let me see something.
There we go. You call. 1 second, por favor.
Looks like you're good on the stream. I see it live on YouTube. Unless there's a delay, but it would have showed up by now. Can you all hear me? In the chat?
Rip Van Winkle says, people tired of hearing me speak. Smiley face. Bear Ski Method says, once you catch the bug, you have it forever. Fish Tropic gives a thumb up, like he agrees. 54 Punchy says, oh yes, I got my first tank 50 years ago. There was no information available, and there just wasn't knowledge about cycling, medications, etc. That is there, and that is now. 54 Punchy says, and there was an amount of different fish available for hobbyists that is now.
Yeah, there was nowhere near, there was nowhere near the amount of fish.
For some reason, it's not letting me reconnect to the live stream. What was that?
Yeah, my first saltwater tank was all wood. First saltwater tank was all wood, no glass, plywood. Didn't last very long.
Nice.
About 65 years as a premier publication for aquarium fish keeping. I think you can get TFH online now. I wonder if they're as interesting as they were. Wow. Flash player is not updated. What's up with that? That's crazy.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Actually, Bear, you're right on the money. And they can't touch me. But what I do is I just have a hard drive copier, a disk duplicator, and I just swap out the hard drive. But I have an extra hard drive, so I have a backup to the backup. But you're right, you're right on the money. What was that? Do you have the name of the? I'm assuming it was a Trojan. You have the name of the Trojan. Did you run your virus scanner on that? Because I also discovered Trojan in one of my machines this morning. Just waiting for him to reply.
That's no good.
Yeah, it's okay because I just swap out the hard drive. If the hard drive is not in the machine, it can't be infected, right? So.
Right.
I have these like foolproof methods of being hacked. A lot of people are looking for
Can you
stuff.
say something,
so.
Rip? I just want to make sure I can hear you.
Check, check, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Check, check. Nobody typing in the chat. Is this live?
Cool, thank you. Yes.
Oh wow, it took over control of the picture. What did you do, Bear? Like, did you do it manually or just run your virus scanner?
Bummer. I hate when I get hacked and stuff like that. It really stinks.
It's bound to happen. You need to, you do that right when you set up your computer. Like from the moment you set up your computer, you do a shutdown manually and then uninstall the app. Oh. So you had installed something and it attacked you. I see. Okay. Yeah, so that's something that everybody should learn to do. Like I think, as if you're on a PC nowadays, not everybody is into computers; they're running their phones. So it's a different story. But you install your
Google Hangouts because for some reason I can't hear you, but if I keep the live stream open and the chat, it's delayed by like 20 or 30 seconds. Welcome, New England Edler. Whoever's here, just speak up or chat and say something in the chat because I'm going to do a quick shout out. And then I'm going to figure what my issue is with the stuff. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about Facebook either. I never understood social media until like maybe last year. I just couldn't understand.
I hate Facebook. I just use it to pro out my new business, etc. Rip Van Winkle says, yeah, people who run Facebook seem to be pretty unethical. New England Endler says, hey.
Can you hear me, Cap?
That's weird. I'm surprised I can't hear anything. I can hear you, but I have to keep the YouTube app open or unmute it so I can hear you, Rip. So there'll probably be a 10 or 15-second delay before I hear what you're saying. Woohoo, finally I got to join the stream. There we go. Now I can mute this. Woohoo. There we go. Yeah, 15-second delay.
Yeah. Wow.
Now there's no delay.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard not to step on each other. Like.
Oh, it's good now. I got back into the Google Hangout.
Okay, good, good. One thing about Hangouts is if you want it to work properly, you have to be able to, you know, not talk on top of each other.
Right.
I'm just looking at Tropical Fish Hobbyist magazine here. Like, I wonder if you can. I wonder if you can get old, you know, copies of, you know, if you can see if they archive their old, you know, copies of their old magazines.
Right.
I'd love to take a, you know, stroll down memory lane.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Have you ever done, Captain? Have you ever done saltwater?
Haven't. The closest I've come is brackish for my turtles.
What turtles?
Diamondback the terrapins.
You know, I always wanted to keep those when I was younger, and I never get my hand on it, or if I did, they were too expensive for, you know, me at the time. But
Right.
do you have that now? Do you have some now? Like, do you have some?
No,
there?
I don't. I want to get some more.
But they need they need a special enclosure. They need like they need grass, and they need a place where they can go in the water too, right? If I remember correctly.
They do. They just need an area to get out of the water. They don't necessarily need grass.
Okay. So they're aquatic.
Yeah, they're like fully aquatic. They only come out to sun themselves and go back in.
I must be thinking of like box turtles or something. We actually have tortoises here. Like in one, I don't know if they're still there. They might not still be there. Maybe people did something to them. But in one of the parks in Manila,
Mm-hmm.
They actually have tortoises walking around. Like not they're, you know, tortoise is land-based turtle, right? Will drown in water. But yeah, so they actually have like tortoises walking around in the park.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Don't mind me. I'm just doing two things at once: live streaming and editing my Get Gills page.
Okay, so I'll try to talk.
No, you're fine. I can listen and
I'll try.
watch the chat.
I'll try to keep talking.
Yeah, no, you're fine. That's cool.
So I saw that Punchy said like he's an old timer, like he's old schooler like me.
Yeah, she is.
Where did you? Oh, she. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, where did you know, what's you know, does she like salt water? Does she like fresh water? How did she get into it? And
I think right now she has just fresh water. I think at one point she did have salt water.
Yeah, I like fresh water, but the only thing I'm interested in is planted tanks. And my favorites for fresh water are South American cichlids like Apistos or Provensis or those kind of, you know. I like Anxus. Soft water like well, angels are not really soft water, but you know. Something that has something that won't tear up the plants, you know.
Right.
What's nice about some fish in fresh water is they're mouth brooders. So I actually have saltwater mollies.
Nice. That's awesome.
Well, mollies that I converted. Okay, good night, Bear.
Take it easy,
25 tanks.
Bearski.
25 tanks. That's crazy.
Yep.
So she should be on next time, brother. She should be on the live stream and present her tanks, man. It must be very interesting.
Right. It definitely is.
What kind of fish do you like, Punchy? Like what kind of, like do you like monster fish? Do you like smaller fish? Do you like brackish? Like what kind of?
She'll take a minute to get
That's nice.
to get back.
Yeah, it takes 30 seconds to reply. To text with nanofish. That's nice, actually. That's nice. Amazing how we can grow almost any plant now. I remember struggling with that. I used to actually collect, go down to the river and suck my own live plants, and then I used to dip them in alum to get all the all the hitchhikers off, whether they be like insects or hydra or whatever. Okay, and she's breeding fish. That's amazing. Yeah, that's great.
There we go. That's done. Don't mind me. I'm just talking to myself. 54 Punchy says I have mostly planted tanks with nanofish, and I breed almost everything I have. 54 Punchy says alum dips were good. I think it works better than any of the new stuff. But blah, can't even talk.
Mention alum these days, it's an old tip that I picked up actually from Tropical Fish Hobbyist, actually.
Right.
But you hardly hear about it anymore. Anybody in the freshwater, I think you're the first person, Punchy, that actually knows what alum is. So, and it's cheap, you just go to your drugstore and get a little bottle of alum.
Sorry.
No problem.
Still getting over this cough or my cold that I had.
Present yourself. I think it's shifting. It's jumping over to me, and I'm just a logo. That's better. Do you breed discus, Punchy? What's
DPK says, hey, Rip Van, look what I sent you in Hangouts.
Hangouts? In the chat? In the Hangout chat? Where would I find that in Hangouts?
It would be another chat. If you go into whatever your browsers. Yeah.
Yeah, my email. Yeah, it'll be my email.
Mm-hmm.
Just checking that out. So, Punchy, do you breed discus? I used to breed discus, but I don't have room for a lot of big tanks now. Yeah, I always wanted to breed discus, actually. Just never happened. Something's not right. We're having trouble. Okay, there it goes. I don't think I can do 2 conversations
Really?
at a time. I have to go on the other PC. Hold on.
There we go.
Just give me a second. I think I'll be in the wrong mail. I'll have to log out and get it together.
Let's see. DPK says, I hope you like it. Rip Van Winkle. 54 punches. You already read that. Fish Tropics says, it's sweet, DPK. DPK Fish Aquarium says, let me send it to Cappy. Easy. I meant to send it to Cappy and Jason to see what they think. If I email it to Rip Van, would be better with my transparent, with the transparent background. Go.
Sorry, just logging in here.
You're fine. There you guys go. I just wanted the Get Gills store that I'm setting up.
Conversation. Oh, probably did a meme of me, right?
Probably. Fish Tropics says,
still
yeah,
waiting
it's
for
a
it.
great logo.
Nice, man.
Let me see it. Rip Van
Wow.
Aquatics. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Looks awesome.
Yeah, but it's not Rip Van Aquatics though. But yeah, like I don't want to I don't want to say that because it looks really awesome. Who ever did this for me? It's pretty cool. I actually wanted to get. We have here, like I don't know if you guys have, because maybe you guys don't do salt water, but by the way, thanks. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
So I don't know if you guys, we often have rock lobsters here in our local fish stores.
Mm-hmm.
Rock lobsters are not really reef safe. Like they're not like as far as I'm concerned, they should see. That's another thing. Like they shouldn't even be collected. But I digress. But anyway, like we often have rock lobsters. They don't have pinchers. Like they don't have claws.
Mm-hmm.
They just have long antennas, and they're like light blue. They have white with blue highlights. So I was thinking of using that, changing up my logo because I haven't really changed anything in a while. So I was thinking of actually trying to get a good picture, a good shot of that, and then using that. But my logo is like supposed to be a blue lobster.
Right.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, because I got a self-cloning like blue lobster in my Fahaka tank. So.
What fish is that? Fahaka? I never heard
one of
that.
those days or weeks where I can't talk.
So, what kind of fish is that?
What kind of what fish? Oh,
Like,
on my logo? It's a tiger Oscar.
No, I mean, you're saying Fahaka. Like, I've never
it's a puffer.
heard of that fish.
Puffer fish.
Oh, it's a puffer.
Yep. Freshwater.
What kind of puffer?
It's it's Fahaka puffer. It's the second largest freshwater puffer.
Let me look it up.
Mm-hmm.
Fahaka, Fahaka.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Why is this browser taking forever to open?
Not sure.
Okay. I just went to the other one. Firefox is like super slow. Cappy.
Yep.
How big is their puffer?
He's about probably somewhere between 5 and 6 inches long. Can get up to like 18 inches long.
Right. Wow, that's looks very much like a marine puffer.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Tetraodon lineatus. just checking out a YouTube vid on it.
Cool.
I want to see it.
I think I got one on my YouTube page too. Somewheres.
I'm gonna buy an all-in-one with a touch screen, like 24-inch or something like that, all-in-one. I'm gonna run that. I want to set up like I can't do it now, but if I'm able to in the future, I want to. Wow, and these guys are freshwater. That's awesome. I'm not crazy about puffers.
Definitely is awesome.
I'm not crazy
I love it.
about that. Yeah, I can appreciate people who like puffers. You know, I know that everybody's into different kind of fish. Personally, I stay away from puffers and trade too. They'll take a bite out of crime. Or your,
Oh, definitely will.
Your skin.
If you don't keep it fed, any fish in the tank will start getting wiped out quickly.
Well, they really resemble. Are they brackish or are they full fresh?
Full fresh.
Must be brackish. Full fresh? Where are they from? South America?
I believe so.
Yeah, beautiful fish, man. It's amazing for a freshwater fish. Did you send it again?
Send what again?
I'm still. No, I'm talking to DPK.
That's cool.
It should be like this. I feel like I'm imposing on the guy. It should be like this. Rip. I know my channel is Rip Van, but there was no way to put Rip. No way to put Rip because the name was our sorry buddy. So I made him do it over. He's still like gonna do it over. You don't have to do it, man. Like I'll use it that way, no problem. Like but I'm just saying, you know, like because he's like just how you like it, and then told him. Yeah, I don't see it here. Accept. Found one called. Nice, man. Wow. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use it. Yeah, it won't hurt me to switch it up. For editing, what do you guys use to edit your videos?
I use Filmora Wondershare, or I use one of the many apps on my cell phone if I'm creating video from there.
I use what do you guys in the chat use? And Punchy, thanks for the subscribe. appreciate that.
Yeah, we're good about that in the fish fam. We sub to each other all the time.
You know, I'm subbed to too many people. Like, wow, I'm almost 400 subs, so it's too much.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you think that's a lot? I'm subbed to probably close to 1,500 people, but I don't show my sub list in YouTube.
Movie Studio Platinum. I use HitFilm. Have you guys ever heard of HitFilm?
I haven't, no. 54 Punch G says, I use Movie Studio Platinum.
I find it really. I find the IT side of YouTube tedious, and to really be streamlined and to really do well.
Yeah.
To really be. You need to have like you need to have a lot of stuff at your disposal. I don't know how other people do it, but yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Cappy.
I can. In my description, there should be a link to TubeBuddy, which is a free service. Obviously, you can subscribe to it to get more benefits out of it, but the free version will give you a lot of info about tagging your videos and stuff like that, and much more.
I have it.
Oh, you do?
I have it. I'm on TubeBuddy. Yeah.
So you got the extension, and for whatever browser you're using.
Yeah, I think that's why. I suspect that's why Firefox is taking forever to load.
Honestly, I'd suggest using Google Chrome. The extensions work a lot better.
Yeah, you don't want to,
Go ahead.
You don't want to use Chrome.
Why is that?
Chrome is fast, but it's very bunch of ports on your computer.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have a beast of a computer that I built myself, so it was meant for gaming and live streaming at the same time.
Yeah, that's fine, but it's just Chrome is like invasive. It opens ports. It opens ports unnecessarily on your machine, and then that opens you up to being.
Right.
Well, I don't want to use the word hack, but let's just use it opens you up to people being able to see what you're doing on your computer when they shouldn't be. You know?
I have an extension that
unnecessarily.
That puts me in covert mode, so it doesn't even track my info or anything. Purposely did it that way.
I'll tell you, even if you use the VPN, there's ways to still see what you're doing, track you, and so I'm a network engineer, by the way.
Yeah, I got an IT background too. In computer network systems. I guess we just all have our preferences on what explorers we use and stuff like that. I could nerd out about IT all day. Go ahead.
Yeah, Chrome is definitely faster, but I just don't like the way it works. I don't use it. I find it too invasive.
Right. It can be. Definitely can be. But for what I use it for, it's fine, you know.
What do you game?
When I game a lot of first-person shooters, stuff like that. Strategy.
You play Battlefield?
I do. I just got to upgrade my video card. That's the oldest. Go ahead.
What do you play like? What is it now? They're up to Battlefield 1. I stopped on Battlefield 4.
But they're up to Battlefield 5.
Wow, must be awesome.
And I play Call of Duty series too, so. But I also like turn-based strategy games like Civilization and stuff like that.
We used to,
so you gotta,
when I was back in Canada, we used to.
Go ahead. No, you're fine. Go ahead.
When I was back in Canada, I used to have a small group of friends. Like we were 5 guys or 6 guys sometimes, and we'd have paintball matches. So my paintball crew was my crew on Battlefield.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you guys some of the tanks again once I get away from this. I just have too many mics and stuff like that near each other. So let me flip this around. So we'll start back at the 75 gallon.
Wow, nice.
This is a community tank / kind of semi-aggressive tank as of right now. I'm moving the convict cichlids out of here within the next week or 2. Then there'll just be super red plecos in here, Australian rainbow and in here, Bosemani rainbows, the glow light tetras that I got rehomed to me from my parents when they moved. I'll keep the one angel in here, the koi angel. I got chocolate plecos in here, rubber lip plecos, and a bunch of super red fry in here right now, and some fancy guppies. Sorry, I'm not looking at my cell phone. I'm looking at my tank, not paying attention. That's my bad. And I got a couple baller sharks that can grow. They're not really aggressive so much because I fix in here and they keep them in check. And they all swim at their different levels, you know.
5?
What's that?
That's a 75 gallon.
Yes, that's a 75. And then we'll go out here. Don't mind the mess if you see stuff. This is my 10-gallon, one of my 10-gallon shrimp tanks. I got cherry red shrimp in here, snowball shrimp, and blue velvets. Then I have this tote, 18-gallon tote with fancy guppies and rubber lip plecos, which the rubber lip and fancy guppies are breeding. Here's my 125, kind of South American tank. Got a Jack Dempsey, got about, I want to say almost 10 high fin plecos in here. Got 3 goldfish and a shabunkin koi or shabunkin fish. Then I got 2 green severums and a gold severum in here. Then I got the African cichlid tank down here. Don't mind all the wires and stuff. This is stuff I'm going to clean up on Sunday. Definitely. I put it off long enough. So you got the African cichlids. I got a Venustus in there, Texas cichlid in there, housed temporarily, or actually it's like it's home now because the Texas was beating up on my Oscars too much.
Wow, you need a fish room, man.
My place, honestly, my small apartment is like a fish apartment, not so much a fish room.
It's fish rooms. So then I got this tote that has cherry red shrimp, or all the shrimp I have currently kind of interbreeding in there, and fancy guppies. Then I have this 23 Beaufront, or 22. It's an awkward size gallon tank.
Meters.
There's a lot of fancy guppies in here. I got a Naha grass or guppy grass, like 3 or 4 to 5 different types of mosses in here. The prevalent one is the Java moss. Then I got flame moss and Christmas moss in here. And I got a sword in there, a melon sword, and like 3 or 4 other stem type plants or root-based plants. And then this is the Fahaka puffer tank. Don't mind the stuff because it's a little dirty. And that's Mr. or Mrs. Butterbean right there.
Wow. Stay on that for a second. Just let me see that.
Yep.
Just stay on for a second.
No problem.
Wow. Nice fish, bro.
Yep.
Wow.
He or she, because puffers are very hard to sex. It's either he or she, and like I said, from nose to the end of her tail is probably about 5 or 6 inches, and she's probably about 2.5 inches round, if not 3. And then I got a couple fancy guppy females in here, and like 4 or 5 peppered cory cats. I used to have all my bulk of my super red plecos in this tank, but I moved them to the 75 to give them more space. Now,
what is your puffer?
Eventually, snails, bloodworms, live brine shrimp when they get big enough, and clams on a half shell. I do have some of those in the freezer still, which I do feed sometimes, but this Fahaka puffer, this ate about 50 or 60 snails, so as you can see, the belly's pretty big.
I wonder if it would eat freshwater mussel.
Probably. Anything that's live and moves around it will probably pretty much attack. Anything frozen, like bloodworms and stuff like that, it'll eat. Don't mind the dirty glass. Go ahead.
You could actually throw some freshwater mussels in there, and it would take care of them. You know, they try to burrow into the substrate, and then probably that puffer would come and tear them up.
Yeah. Well, the puffer's mouth is only probably like 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch around when it opens wide. So it probably, anything that's really hard shell, this thing won't really be able to take on too well till it probably is about twice the size and can and has an inch or 2 opening for the mouth. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm feeding more snails than anything. Snails are like a staple diet. What's that?
Do you feed, like, what is there a type of snail or anything?
I feed mystery snails. I have like the ivory ones. I have like 3 or 4 different types of ivory snails that I'll feed it, and then any shrimp culls I'll throw in, like, that I don't like. I'm starting to throw into the Fahaka tank too, just because the Fahaka will eat the shrimp with no problem. Give me a sec. I'm just plugging my headset in so I can hear better. My earbuds. This is my Dolly. She loves to chase the plecos or try to get at the plecos when they're out near the front of the tank. So half the time I clean the glass, and by the time if she gets at the tank and I'm not home or not paying attention, the front glass will be dirty again completely. So the Fahaka will eventually end up in the 75 once it gets big enough. I've been tempted to move it into here, but I think it's way too active, and with the convicts, I don't want to stress the puffer out until I get the convicts out of there. You know, because the rainbows won't...
Does that puffer...
What?
Does that puffer eat plants, or... Yeah.
Not really. The only way it'll eat part of a plant is if snails or something is crawling on it that it wants to eat.
And even then, it'll probably spit the plant out after it's done. And I got some yo-yo loaches in here, 2 of them. I used to have 3, but 1 passed away, unfortunately. Got a lot of food in the bottom of this. Once I shut the lights off, the plecos are going to come out, and there's probably 25, 30 plecos in here, all different sizes, and then probably, anyways, 30 plus babies, baby super red fry. Which this male right here is fanning eggs, but like I said, Molly with her tongue in her nose likes to mess around. There is in this little terracotta pleco cave at least 35 free swimming super red fry, and look at all the convict fry right here. When my camera finally zooms. Let me zoom in. I can't zoom in. I forgot I'm in Google Hangouts. But there's a lot of convict fry, but they breed like crazy, so once I get the convicts out of this tank, it'll be much, much better. I mean, this is one of the real small juvie fry right there. I probably got about 10 or 15 of those in there now. You know, inch and a half long.
What kind of loaches are those?
Yo-yo loaches.
Yo-yo.
Elites. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. I saw them. I got them when they were probably only an inch and a half long, and now they're like 5 or 6 inches long. But I mean, here's a good picture of the yo-yo loach. So that's probably about captain size, maybe 6, 7 inches in length total. It'll grow, and then I got this one lone koi angel. I actually had 4 or 5 koi angels, but this koi angel pretty much killed them all. It was the dominant one of the tank. So I want to get probably like 3 more koi angel, roughly this size, and see who I can get to pair off. And I like the fish breeding. You know what I mean? Just love it.
Yeah, sure. If you can do it.
Yep. I mean, if you can see right here, you can see all the little dots swimming around. Those are free swimming convict cichlids right there.
Yeah, I see it.
Yep. So all these convicts are digging little holes, you know, because that's how they do it. They're not mouth brooders like African cichlids and stuff like that. So once I pull these guys out, I'm sure I'm going to have little baby convict cichlids in here for days. And I'm going to put these bigger convicts, like probably the really big ones, in the 125 with the, I call her Big Mama, my big tiger cichlid. That's about 14 inches, 15 inches, somewhere around there. But that mama, Big Mama tiger cichlid or whatever will literally swallow anything that it can swallow. So this size, this probably 2 or 3 inch convict cichlid male would probably get eaten by one of my tiger Oscars. And then I want to slowly transfer, probably put some like blue dream shrimp in here or something. But I would want to make sure there's nothing like the rainbow fish or anything wouldn't be heading them. So I'd probably put a lot of Java moss or other type fern plants or something in here where the shrimp can hide pretty easily. And then I got a bottle.
Yeah, when I look at your tank.
Yep.
When I look at your tank, I see like lots of potential for planting.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I love planting.
This is very lightly planted. I actually had a ton of duckweed in here, but once I started putting this, don't mind the Aqua Clear 70, I got to clean that. It was on the other side of the tank and was having an issue over there, so I moved it to the other trim that's a little less wide, and it works so much better there. So I got the Aqua Clear 70, and then I got the 2 20-gallon sponge filters in here, and then I got a Fluval 404 on here. So I'm probably, this 75 is probably changing the water over, 10 to 15 times, an hour at least. So it's fun times. And then there's one of the chocolate cichlids or rubber lip plecos. There's probably 5 or 6 rubber lips in here, so it's kind of hard to tell the difference between the rubber lip and the pleco and the chocolate plecos. So, and that's just some Naha grass or guppy grass that I have in here. I mean, I have a nubius. I'm not sure what this big plant is. That's kind of tall. Obviously, it's a root feeder or whatever. Then I got that sword that's kind of dying back, so I'm going to pull that out and then actually plant that in the substrate. But these convicts like to dig, so they move stuff. Hence why I have this big floating plant under this piece of driftwood.
Trim the leaves off of that. Trim the dead leaves off of that sword. It's draining the plant's energy.
I'm going to trim a lot of stuff. I got a lot of plants in all my tanks practically, except for the 125. All I have in that is Java moss because the koi or the shabunkin and the goldfish will destroy that. Same with the Oscars. They just destroy the plants. So eventually, I'll show you right here. Once I get this lazy boy out of here, I'm going to build a pond right here, get pond lining, and like use 2x6s or 2x8s to frame it in. I'm going to move all these big fish out of this, and this is going to become a 125-gallon for-profit tank with a ton of plants that I'm going to grow out and sell. That's my plan for this tank. And I'll get shrimp and all that in here, like probably, you know, one really nice shrimp, you know, colony going. Obviously, small fish. You guys would love it. What's that?
Sorry, I thought you were done. No, I was going to say you guys would love it here. It's summer all year round. There's, you know, it's always summer. There's never any fall or spring or winter. It's always the temperature. We're on the equator, so the temperature never goes up. Like the coldest it might ever get might be like in the 20s. You know, like sorry, not in the 20s. I'm thinking Celsius. I'm thinking Celsius, but Fahrenheit would be in the 70s. You know, like it wouldn't get colder than the 70s. No way. And so you can grow pretty much anything you want. Like in freshwater plants, you can grow that outside. You know, it doesn't even have to be inside. You don't even need lights because you would use a tub and then you would use just the sunlight, probably on your roof. You know, if you had a flat roof, you'd grow that on your roof. And then
where are you located? Because if you said it, I probably didn't hear it.
I'm in the Philippines, actually.
Oh, nice. When I was in the Marine Corps, I traveled to the Philippines, Guam, Thailand, South Korea, all that while I was in the Marine Corps for different like ops we were doing. You know, with the different governments and stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah. It was in the Marine Corps. I probably traveled to 12 or 13 different countries, which was cool. And then I spent a lot of time in Okinawa, or a year just about in Okinawa, Japan. Talk about a beautiful country.
Yeah, I've been to Okinawa too. I've dove in Okinawa. So
yeah,
they're not allowed off the base anymore. They're not allowed off the base anymore in Okinawa. The soldiers are not allowed off the base.
I thought they
have a huge base now.
Well, they got a bunch of bases. When I was there in 2004, we could leave base all the time, as long as we didn't get put on lockdown because some knucklehead.
Yeah, they changed it. They changed it. Too many problems with involving women there. So they're not allowed off the base anymore.
Wow. So that makes for a dull life because there's only so much you can do on base. You know.
Well, they have a pretty nice base actually. Like
I used to go to the Air Force Base a lot, to Kadena Air Force Base, because they had way better, nice PX and all that, and you know, it was a nicer base. You know, more movie theaters, more places to eat, because I'm sure the people are allowed out in town because maybe not like they can take a bus to get to one of the other bases out in town. You know what I'm saying? But they probably just, like you said, can't get out in public anymore, like due to the issues.
Yeah, that's too bad though.
It is. Well, because you lose the chance to see a great country. You know what I mean? All right.
The Americans are... Sorry, go ahead, bro.
No, you're fine.
I was just going to say that I was just answering a Punchy. She said that her brother was stationed in the Philippines and I think he has relatives here. But I was going to say like Clark, the base here in Clark, like the Americans have moved out, so they shut down the base.
Right.
There's another base in Cavite City, just beside, just away from Manila in Cavite City. There's another base here. The Air Force, the Filipino Air Force uses it now.
Well, when we leave bases, then the governments or that country's government will take over the base. You know.
Yeah.
Why not? You got all the buildings set up. You just customize a little, some of them to be more your style. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I actually know some of the Marines down here. Like, they had a big, there was a big problem in Mindanao, like recently, but.
54 Punchy says, yeah, he was there during the Vietnam War. That's crazy. I served over in Iraq at the beginning of the war for the second war, so I did my time. And good out.
But it's beautiful here. Like really, like the weather is. If I have my camera connected to my machine, I just point it outside, and you'll see like there's not a cloud in the sky. It's like more than 90 degrees. It must be like 92 or 93.
Yep. And if I remember correctly, the Philippines are south of Okinawa, right? Southwest, kind of. So they're closer to the equator than Okinawa is.
Yeah, it's much closer to the equator. Like it's about I think it's, I'm not sure if it's, I think it's 4 or 5 hours from what's the airport in Japan? I can't think of it now. Like Narita. It's 4 or 5 hours from Narita. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just above Indonesia, and Indonesia is like exactly on the like Java is right on the equator.
Okay.
So, cool, Punchy.
Well, guys, not to cut you short, Rip Van, I think I'm gonna cut the stream here.
Yeah,
because I got to get up to work. I have to be to work by like 10 o'clock in the morning, so I only have about 7 hours to relax and, you know, before I have to be into work. So,
yeah, man, I just jumped in to help you out. Like, just, you know, looked like you were suffering there all alone, so I just jumped in. So no problem.
Oh, I just appreciate people coming into the Google Hangout. It makes things go smoother, you know, so if one of us, or especially me, if I have to, you know, use the bathroom or take my dog Molly out or something like that, people aren't just seeing an empty seat with fish tanks around, you know what I mean? While I'm doing whatever. So it helps to carry the live stream a little bit. But thanks again, Rip. I'm going to put a link to your channel in my description, as long as you don't mind. That way people can check out your YouTube channel or whatever you want to link, or you can send me a message through YouTube or whatever. even Google Hangouts if you want me to
Hey,
use specific
yeah.
links.
Wait a sec, Cap. Before you shut down, let me do this. Let me do this. Let me throw this up here. Anybody wants to get me YouTube Messenger? You just reminded me. I will throw this. I'm just waiting for this bloody thing to load. Okay, there you go. And then on. When stuff is slow, you got me waiting on you. Okay, copy invite link. And then close this, throw it in here. If anybody wants to, whoops, why is it? Oh, I'm not a mod. Okay.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I can make
you
you a mod real quick.
Can you allow that?
Yeah, I can mod it. Hold on. Add as mod. You should be able to post that link right into the chat on the YouTube. No?
Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
I'll just throw it here. If anybody wants to grab this, you can just paste it into the address field on your browser. And wow, DPK, thanks, man. I see that coming in. If you paste that into your browser, you can get me on YouTube Messenger, like the Messenger on YouTube. I don't know if you guys can use that on your phone or use it on your PCs, but anybody who wants to grab that, just copy that, throw it into your browser address. Nice, somebody just did.
I did. I try whoever I can share with, you know what I mean? I try to, because it just makes it easier sometimes to shoot stuff back and forth, you know what I mean? If there's ever a quick question, instead of doing a live stream or Google Hangout or something like that, you know?
Perfect.
All right, well, that's going to be it for the stream.
Else? Sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm just going to do my spiel real quick. And thank you, everyone, for watching. If this is your first time joining, think about hitting that subscribe button. If you do hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when I live stream or come out with new content for my for the channel. Thanks again for everyone that showed their support, stuck around for this long. I know it's like a little over 2 hours I started streaming. So I appreciate everything. Thanks again, Rip, for coming in into the hangout and keeping me company. Truly appreciate it. And make sure you check out Rip Van Winkle's YouTube channel. Maybe we can get him to post more than one video every couple months.
Yeah. Well, the idea behind it was I wanted to do because I go down to the beach, so I wanted to do like a live stream wild capture, you know.
Yeah.
So, but I haven't been able to throw that together yet. So anyway, it's a work in progress.
Right. Same here. I got a bunch of videos I have to edit for this YouTube channel, the tech channel that I started, and a gaming channel, my gaming channel. So I got a lot of different channels because I eventually do get bored from just working on one thing at a time. I like to be into multiple, many different things. So it helps keep my focus a little bit more, you know what I mean? Instead of focusing on one particular thing. Thanks
for having me on, man.
Yeah, no problem. And once again, thank you everyone for watching the live stream. I truly appreciate it. Have a wonderful night, day, or afternoon, wherever you live currently. And take it easy, and I'll talk to you guys later. DPK says, I love Wood Cappy games. Yeah, well, once I get my tax return, I'm going to get a updated video card, so I won't be lagging as much because my system can handle it. That's the only bottleneck I have right now because I have a 760 GeForce or EVGA GeForce 760, so I'm going to upgrade to like a 1080 or the 2 series maybe. I don't know. I have to figure it out, but I'm going to upgrade to something. So take it easy, everyone. Have a wonderful night or morning, whatever, like I said before, and I will catch you on the next live stream. Peace.
Okay, man. Coming
All right,
on.
take it
Nice to
easy.
meet you, bro.
Nice to meet you. Well, feel free anytime,
See you
man.
next
I'm
time.
streaming a hop. Feel free to hop in anytime, man.
Will do, and
Okay.
I'll catch you next time. Have a good
All
day.
right, take it easy. You too.